Ooh, B43? That sounds scientific. Welcome back to Beer Chat. This is going to be a little bit of a different Beer Chat. This is going to, instead of doing anything kitchen related, I wanted to talk a little bit about the day job and some of the things that I've learned over the last, 6, 7, 8 years in relation to content creation. So way before I started doing a YouTube channel, which has been really interesting. Maybe I'll do another video later down the line after I've been doing it for a year. To talk about what I've learned on YouTube, because I've learned a ton from just doing it. Oh my gosh, I've learned so much. Just in video production and things like that. Oh my gosh, I've learned so much. But for the past almost 9 years now, I've been building websites primarily as my day job. And one of the things as a website developer and as like social media marketing and online marketing, and you need content creation, like websites to provide you with content in order to create content for others. Some of those things are music, stock photography, stock videography, stock vector files, all sorts of stock stuff. Stock. And this is not a sponsored video by any of these sites. This is just my personal opinion over things that I've learned over the last 8 to 10 years. Let me take a sip. So as I'm building websites and I'm creating Facebook ads, or I'm creating Google ads, or I'm creating YouTube ads, or I'm doing whatever, I constantly have to look for things to help me out to create that content, especially with websites. Not a lot of businesses I've found have their own pictures. They don't have a lot of their own even writing or even descriptions of the things that they sell. So you have to look these things up and find stock images, and it can be a real chore. A couple of the sites that I wanted to talk about today are Shutterstock.com. They do stock photography, and they have stock video also. I want to talk about Audio. That's spelled AUDIIO.com. They do audio, stock audio, a lot of cinematic stuff. What's my computer doing? It's turning blue. Go to sleep. Okay, I went to sleep. And Epidemic Sound, another stock audio website to subscribe to. And Storyblocks.com. I'm sure you've heard, if you watch YouTube and you watch any content creators, they probably do ads for Storyblocks.com. You've probably seen that. So I want to talk a little bit about all 4 of those sites and what I like to use, what I've learned over the past 8 to 10 years in website development and ad creation and now YouTube production. So here we go. First, let's talk about music. I bet if you were to ask any content creator, whether on YouTube or video production sets, they probably spend a crazy amount of time trying to pick the perfect song for their footage. Or they listen to the song, they listen to crazy amounts of songs, and then this is the song I love, and then they're like, I need to create shots for this, and they listen to every single beat of every single chord of the song, and they're like, I need this shot for here, this shot for there. Anyways, long story short, I found this website called Audio, AUDIIO.com, and again, no sponsors. This is all my personal opinions. Audio, I thought was interesting because I listened to a lot of the music on it, and it was great. It was really awesome stuff, high quality, these guys probably deserve their own record album. And some of them probably do. But the thing that really intrigued me about this site was it was $199 lifetime. And as someone who runs their own business, $199 for a lifetime membership to something that provides you with quality content to put into your content that's almost free. A lot of the other websites charge a monthly fee, and then that goes on forever, so you get the licenses for all that stuff. And what I've learned, so a couple of on their website is you'll see these little gray dollar signs and next to different songs and different sound effects. And those dollar signs signify that you can use those to monetize on YouTube, and they won't get a copyright mark on it. But some of the songs don't have those, and the songs that don't have those I've still ended up using, and I've gotten copyright, hey, this is a copyright song, blah, blah, blah. But then I just send that song to the people at Audio, and they go and they talk they do what they do, and all of a sudden, those copyright strikes, or not strikes, those copyright marks are taken away. So that's really interesting. So I highly recommend checking out Audio, AUDIIO.com. I've used so many songs for my personal YouTube videos, but also for clients. Another one I've been using recently is Epidemic Sound, and I learned about them through other YouTube content creators. And that's another stock audio website. And what's interesting about that one is they have different levels of pricing, and the commercial license, the commercial package is like $300 a year, which is well worth it as a content creator who does it professionally and sells videos to clients with songs. So you definitely want that commercial license. What's really neat about that website is you get every layer of the audio. So you get like the drums on one track, you get the vocals on one track, you get the bass on one track, and so on and so forth. And you can, so say you hate the vocals and you're like, I really like these vocals of the track, but I hate the chorus or whatever. You can just plop it out and cut it out of your song. And you're like, hate the bass line, pull the bass line out. You can do all those different things, which is really interesting. As I've used Epidemic Sound over the last, I don't know, month or two, I haven't even used them very long. I've learned how to kind of surf their site to find out, go by the mood of the video that I'm creating or that I'm trying to create for a video, or an ad, for instance, and you can kind of search that stuff, and you can then pare it down to whether it should be instrumental or whether it should be vocals, and what kind of genre of the music you want to pick, and you can do that on audio.com, which is great. So both those websites are fantastic that I've used, and another one that I used quite a lot is Envato. Now, Envato, you probably have heard of. They have stock audio, they have stock imagery, they have After Effects templates, they have Photoshop templates, they have Lightroom presets, anything you can think of, Envato has. My voice is getting dry. Envato I've used for years, and then a couple years ago, Envato came out with elements.envato.com, which is $199 yearly membership to download as much as you want, which is great because there are other websites like videohive.net and audiohive.net, and they've got a bunch of other ones that they divvy up into the different categories of things that you want to use. Those you pay per product, per license, which can be very costly. Another website that I've used, especially for websites a lot, is Shutterstock.com. Now, Shutterstock.com, the quality of their stuff is very good. I will say they're probably one of the most expensive, and to be totally frank with you, I just canceled my membership with them because I've moved on to other things. Now, I use them mainly for stock photography, and stock photography can be quite expensive, whether you go with Getty Images or other websites like that, which is very expensive, but super high quality stuff. So depending on what you're doing, Getty Images and Shutterstock could be right for you. But for what I've found, for what I've been doing, especially building almost a little over 100 websites a year for the past 5 to 6 years, Shutterstock has been just fine. But now that I've learned other websites, Shutterstock is very expensive. So I was paying $105 a month for 50 downloads a month. Now, say you don't download 50 images in 1 month. They don't roll over. This isn't like a cell phone plan where your data rolls over or whatever. So you lose those, so you pay no matter what. You use them, great, you paid for them. If you don't use them, you're out of luck. And then you get billed again the next month. And they give you a discount. Normally they say the normal rate is $130 or whatever it is a month. But since you sign up for a year contract, they give you a discount and charge you $105 a month. But they lock you in for a year, right? So what just happened with me was I haven't really been using Shutterstock because I've been using other websites, and I'm like, I need to cancel this. But I was already locked into a year membership that had started in February. So I'm just a couple months in, and I messaged them and I'm like, hey, I want to cancel. They just renewed my yearly thing. just a couple months ago, is there anything you can do? And they were like, well, you have to pay the difference of the discount I was given for those months that I used the service, which ended up being like almost $105, so a whole nother month. And this was just after they just nailed me for another month. So my month had renewed, and then I wanted to cancel, and then they hit me with another fee to pay back the discount that I was given to download not all the photos that I was paying for. So not happy with that service. Like I said, their quality is great. It works great for a lot of people. If it works for you, super. Their video is extremely expensive, which brings me to Storyblocks.com. Now, Storyblocks has all the things. It's got audio, it's got video, it's got drone footage, it's got 4K, 8K, 6K, all that stuff. It's got After Effects templates. It's got everything you need at $30 a month. And I was paying $105 a month for just stock imagery. So, kind of a no-brainer. Why would you pay that much just for stock imagery when you can have everything that you need? So there's a lot of other websites you can use aside from the ones that, you know, maybe are the industry standards or whatever like that. So there's a lot of different competition in these things to use to create your content. So I'm just starting to use Storyblocks. I'm using audio. Oh, audio is fantastic. The cinematic songs and background music are just incredible. Epidemic sound's been great. Like I said, to download every single part of a track is fantastic, to just cut things out and put things back in, and you can play with things and you can add guitar. It's really interesting. You can have a lot of fun with that website. And then Envato, they're another Storyblocks almost. So if this video helps one person, that does enough for me, you know what I mean? So if you're trying to create video content for your YouTube channel, or if you're trying to build websites, or if you're trying to sell videos, your video work to commercial clients, I hope that you check out some of these other websites and pick what's right for you. But just remember to always learn and check out new things. I think that's probably one of the things that I've learned the most since I started this YouTube channel back in September of 2020. It's just, you constantly learn new things from different people, and just never stop learning, never stop experimenting, always try new things. There are no rules to any of this stuff. And as soon as you start to experiment and realize that there really aren't any rules to any of this, and you can create what you want, I think you're gonna find a lot of success and happiness. So I wish you success. I hope you found this useful. If you found this useful, I hope you click the like button. If I get 99 dislikes and 1 like, and I know I helped one person, that's good enough for me. Feel free to subscribe. I'd love to have you as part of the Videography family. It's growing. Slowly but surely, it's growing. And if you can, share this with your friends. If you know somebody who's in the content creation industry, or marketing or website development, share this video with them if you found it useful. Until the next time, cheers.